Hello guys, welcome to my channel. So whenever you launch the game or while playing the game, if your computer is restarting, so if your computer shuts down and restarts, then please follow the steps shown in this video. So first of all, if you have the game on Xbox app or Microsoft Store and if you're unable to launch the game, then you can try the steps from this video. I made a separate video on this. So open this link. The link is provided in the video description. Here you can see if you're unable to launch the game from Xbox app or Microsoft Store, you can follow the steps from here. Now for Steam users, now the first step is to restart your computer. Do not ignore this step, just restart your computer once, and after the system restart, try launching the game. Now the next step is to delete or rename OpenXR folder. Now for this, make a right click on the game over here, select manage, then click on browse local files. It will take you to the game installation folder. Now open the engine folder. Now open binaries folder. Now open third party folder. Now over here you can see OpenXR folder. You can make a right click and then you can rename this as OpenXR, whatever you want. I will rename it as OpenXR.old. Now once you rename it, now you can launch the game and then check. Now still you're facing the problem, you can even delete this OpenXR folder. Now for this, just create a backup of this OpenXR folder first. Before you delete it, you can cut this and you can paste it to the desktop. Once you have a backup, you can delete this folder. I have already, the folder is already cut. Once you delete OpenXR, now you can launch the game and then check. If you want to put the file back, you can always copy this file from here and put it back whenever you want. Now the next step is to remove FSR from config file. Now for this, open File Explorer on your computer, go to this PC, open C drive. Now open users folder. Now open your username folder. Now open app data folder. If you don't see app data on the top, click on view, select show, and then put a check on hidden items and then open app data folder. Open the local folder. Now open the game folder over here and then open saved folder and then open the config folder. Now for Steam users, open Windows No Editor folder. For Game Pass user, you can open WinGDK folder. So for Steam users, open Windows No Editor and then scroll down and then here you can see settings ini file. So make a right click on settings and open with notepad. Now over here you can see ML.aaMode is equal to FSR. Now over here you can remove this FSR and then go to file and then click on save and then make a right click on the settings file and then go to properties and then you can put a check on read only and then hit apply, click on OK. You can even open this folder. That should work. When you remove this FSR from here, now you can launch the game and then check that has worked for many players, so it might work for you. Now you can even type in dlss over here. You can even over here you can type in dlss. You can even try this, but for this you have to make a right click on settings, properties, and uncheck read only, apply, OK, and then make a double click and then over here you can type in dlss, go to file, save, and then you can again put it to read only, apply, OK. Now you can launch the game and then check. Next step is to perform clean installation of your graphics driver. So if you have NVIDIA card, go to NVIDIA website. If you have AMD card, go to AMD website. I'm showing for NVIDIA. So go to NVIDIA website and then select your product type. For me, it's the GeForce Experience. So select your product type and then select the right series. So whichever is your series, select your series. In my case, it's 30 series. So select your series and then select your graphic card. Make sure that you select your graphic card. If you have Windows 11, select Windows 11. If you have Windows 10, select Windows 10. And then select game ready driver. It should be by default. And then click on search. Now click on download. and then click on download once again. Now once the download is complete, you have to run this exe file. Now once you run the exe file, you will see this screen. Now click on agree and continue, and then select custom. Select custom over here and then click on next, and then put a check on the box which says perform a clean installation. Make sure that you put a check on perform a clean installation and then click on next. And once the clean installation is done, now you can restart your computer, and after the system restart you can launch the game. So make sure that you restart your computer after this and then restart your computer and then launch the game. Now the next step is to run the game on dedicated graphic card. So type in graphics settings in Windows search box and then click on graphics settings and then click on browse over here. Go to the game installation folder. If the game is installed in C drive, open C drive, program files x86. Now open the Steam folder. Now open the Steam apps folder. Now open the common folder. Now open the game folder. Select the game exe file. Now click on add. Once the game is added, click on options, select high performance and then click on save. Again click on browse and then this time open this folder, binaries win64. Select this exe file, click on add and then click on options, select high performance. Now click on save. Now launch the game. Next step is to roll back graphics driver. So if the latest driver is not solving the problem, in that case you can roll back to the previous version. So for AMD users, you can go to AMD website and then you can, for Windows 10 or 11, download Windows driver, or you can select it. Don't use this download Windows driver. Select your graphic card from the list. Make sure that you select your graphic card. This is just an example. Select your graphic card. Now once you select your graphic card, click on submit. On the top, select your operating system, for example Windows 11. On the top here you can see this is the latest driver. Now if you want to roll back, you can click on previous drivers and then you can try to install the previous version, and this is for AMD users. For NVIDIA users the process is same. Like for AMD, now you can select your operating system and then you can try maybe older version. You can try this one, try to roll back. Now for NVIDIA users, you can copy this link. The link is provided in the video description, and then open this link in a browser. Now select your graphic card in the list. Make sure that you select your graphic card, then click on start search and then scroll down, and the latest one is 552.22 right now. For GeForce Game Ready driver, you can install the maybe 552.12 or maybe 551.86. click on get download and then click on download now. Now run the exe file once the download is complete, and make sure that during the installation you put a check on the box which says perform a clean installation, and then restart is a must. Restart your computer and then you can launch the game and then check. Next step is to verify the game file. This is important. Make a right click on the game, select properties, go to the installed files tab and then click on verify integrity of game files. Once the verification is complete, now you can launch the game and then check. Next step is to try DX11 or DX12 in the launch option. So you can make a right click on the game, select properties, in the launch option type in -DX11 and now you can launch the game and then check. If that does not work, then type in -DX12 and then you can launch the game and then check. Still not working, then remove this, empty it and then follow the next step. Now the next step is to run the game as an administrator from the game installation folder. Now for this, make a right click on the game, select manage, then click on browse local files and then make a right click on the game exe file, select properties and then go to the second tab and then put a check on the box which says run this program as an administrator. Hit apply, click on OK and then make a double click, launch the game. If that does not work, again make a right click, go to properties and this time put a check over here and then select Windows 8, apply, OK, make a double click, launch the game. If that does not work, again go to properties and this time put a check on the box which says disable full screen optimizations and then click on apply, click on OK, make a double click, launch the game. If that does not work, open this folder, binaries win64 and then select this exe file, make a right click, go to properties, do the same thing, select put a check on run this program as an administrator, hit apply, click on OK, make a double click, launch the game. If that does not work, this time put a check over here, select Windows 8, apply, OK. If that does not work, you can even try Windows 7, apply, OK. If that does not work, put a check on the box which says disable full screen optimization, then hit apply, click on OK, make a double click, launch the game. Still not working. When you put a check on all these boxes, if the game is not launching, if it's not working, uncheck all these boxes, hit apply, click on OK, go back and do the same thing with the first exe file. Make a right click, properties, and then uncheck all these boxes. Now once you uncheck, hit apply, click on OK. Now follow the next step. Next step is to allow the game exe file to your antivirus program. So if you have any third-party antivirus like Avast, Norton, Bitdefender, McAfee, whichever antivirus program you have, allow the game exe file to your antivirus program. Now if you're using Windows Security, in that case you can open Windows settings and then go to privacy and security if you have Windows 11, and then click on Windows Security. If you have Windows 10, you will have an option update and security, then click on Windows Security. Now click on virus and threat protection. Scroll down, at the end you will see manage ransomware protection, click on it. Now click on allow an app through controlled folder access, click on yes to allow. Now click on add an allowed app, browse all apps. Now go to the game installation folder and then open the game folder. Select the game exe file, click on open. Again click on add an allowed app, browse all apps, and then this time open this folder, binaries win64. Select this exe file, now click on open. And once it is added, now type in control panel in Windows search box and then open control panel. Go to system and security, Windows Defender Firewall. Now click on allow an app or feature through Windows Defender Firewall. Click on change settings on the top. Click on allow another app, click on browse, and then again go to the game installation folder and then open the game folder. Select the game exe file. Now click on open. Now click on add. In my case, the game is already added. Again click on allow another app, browse, and this time open this folder, binaries win64. Select the game exe file, click on open, and then click on add. Once the game is added over here, now click on OK on the bottom. Now you can launch the game and then check. Now the next step is to rename save game files. Now when you rename the save game files, you will lose all the game progress. You have to start everything from scratch. So only if you agree, you can rename the save game files. So for this, open File Explorer, go to this PC, open C drive, and then open users folder, your username, app data, and then open the local folder. And over here you can see the game folder. Make a right click, and then this has the save game file. So make a right click, and then you can just rename it to .old. Once you rename it, now you can launch the game, but the game will start from scratch. Now the next step is to increase the virtual memory. So to increase the virtual memory, type in view advanced system settings in Windows search box, and then click on view advanced system settings, and then click on the first settings, and then go to advanced tab, and then click on change over here, and then select the drive. So uncheck the box which says automatically manage paging file size for all drives. Uncheck this box and select the drive where the game is installed. So select the drive, and then once you select the right drive, now put a check on custom size, and for initial size it's 1.5 into total RAM. So you can check the total RAM in Windows settings. You can go to system and then go to about, and total RAM in my case is 16 GB. So you can calculate accordingly. In my case it's 16 GB, so I will calculate as per 16 GB. So, and first of all we have to convert 16 GB into megabyte. So we will open calculator. So type in calculator in run box and then click on OK, and over here it's 16 1.5 into total RAM. Total RAM in my case it's 16 RAM, 16 GB. So 116 into 1024 is actually 1 GB is equal to 1024 megabyte. So 16 GB in megabyte will be 16384 into 1.5. 1.5 into total RAM. This is my total RAM in megabyte. Now 1.5 into total RAM that is into 1.5. So in my case, initial size is 24576 and maximum size is 3 into total RAM. Now total RAM in my case, that is 16 gigabyte. I have 16 gigabyte of RAM. So 16 into 1024. I have converted this in megabyte. Now that is 3 into total RAM. So total RAM is this much into 3. That is 49152. 49152. 4915152. Now click on set over here. Then click on OK. OK. Apply. OK. OK. Now restart computer. Make sure that you restart your computer after this. Now the next step is to install Visual C++ file. Now for this, copy this link. The link is provided in the video description. Open this link in a browser. It will take you to Microsoft website. Scroll down over here, you can see Visual Studio 2015, 17, 19 and 22. Download x86 and x64. So download x86 file and then run this exe file. Now if you see the repair option, click on repair. If you see the install option, click on install. So now in my case, it is already installed. I have already installed it. Please ignore this error message. It's telling me to restart my computer. So in my case, it is already installed. In your case, it will install it. Now download x64, click on it. Now run this exe file as well. Now again, if you see the repair option, click on repair. If you see the install option, click on install. Again, I have already installed. Please ignore this error message. Once the installation is complete, you have to restart your computer. So click on restart over here. Make sure that restart is a must after this. Restart your computer, and after the system restart, you can launch the game and then check. Now the next step is to unplug external devices from the computer. So if you have these external devices connected which you're not using, you can disconnect it. Also, if you have additional controller connected to the computer, disconnect it. Try launching the game on single monitor. If you have any third-party services or application running, close it. Disable Steam overlay. Now for this, make a right click on the game on Steam, select properties, turn off the option which says enable the Steam overlay while in game, and then launch the game. Also close all the other overlay application running. So sometimes you have Discord running or GeForce Experience running, you can close it. So close Discord, GeForce Experience. If you are using Discord, in that case you can turn off overlay in Discord and GeForce Experience. Let me close this. Now also close all the overclocking applications. So if you have overclocking application like MSI Afterburner, ReverTuner or any other overclocking application, just close all the overclocking application and then launch the game. To perform clean boot, type in system configuration in Windows search box and then click on system configuration. Go to the services tab and then put a check on the box which says hide all Microsoft services and then click on disable all. In my case, this option is grayed out. I already did it. In your case, this would be highlighted. So make sure you put a check on hide all Microsoft services first and then click on disable all and then click on apply and then click on OK and then restart your computer, and after the system restart, launch the game. Next step is to remove the undervolt. So if you have undervolted your computer, remove the undervolt and then launch the game. Also update your Windows to the latest version. Now this is very important. So go to Windows settings, go to Windows update or update in security and then click on check for update. Once all the updates are installed over here, now restart your computer. After the updates are installed, restart your computer and then launch the game and then check. Now the next step is to update system BIOS. Now for this, go to your system manufacturer website. So if you have a Dell computer, go to Dell website. If you have a Lenovo computer, go to Lenovo. If you have HP, Asus, go to your system manufacturer website and then find select your model number. Make sure that you select your computer and then install the latest BIOS. Now, in case of laptop, before you update the system BIOS, make sure battery on your computer is more than 10% and the AC adapter, the charger, is connected to the computer. So during the BIOS update, your system will restart. Do not unplug the power cable when it's updating the system BIOS. And then after this BIOS update, log into the computer and then launch the game. Now the next step is to you can skip this step if you're not able to launch the game. If able to launch the game, then switch to window mode, lower down graphics settings. Now for this, launch the game if you're able to launch the game. Now you can go to settings and then go to graphics. Now if this is set to borderless full screen, you can set it to full screen. You can even switch to window mode. Click on yes. Now if this is set to 4K, you can try 920 into 1080p, or you can even lower it down. You can even go for like lower resolution. And now if you're using FSR, you can set the FSR quality to quality. Now if you're using DLSS, in that case select DLSS quality to quality. And still not working, you can even turn this off. Now VSync, you can turn it off and then check. If that does not work, you can even turn it on and then check. You can lock the FPS at 120 maybe, or maybe 60, and then check. And try all these settings to, maybe if this is set to ultra, you can set it to high. You can even go for medium. I will set it to medium. For shadow quality, I'll set it to medium. So select medium or maybe high. If you want this cloud to be off, you can try it. Medium, medium, medium. I will set it to medium. You can even try high. And then you can check the performance. Now the last step is to uninstall and reinstall the game. So if nothing is working, you can make a right click on the game, select manage, then click on uninstall. Now after the uninstall, go to the game installation folder, delete the game folder, and then restart your computer and then reinstall the game to C drive. So if the game is installed to external drive, in that case try reinstalling the game to C drive and then check. If the game is already installed to C drive, in that case you can install the game to another SSD and then check. So one of the steps shown in this video should help you to get the game running on your Windows computer. So that'll be all. Thank you so much for your time, and please like this video and subscribe to my channel.